I'm on my way in, but I wanted to stop for just a minute to introduce you to Art Little. He is a phenomenon. This guy is a very well-known power lifter in the area, and he coaches out here at Royal Oak Gym. Art, how you doing today, man?
Doing really good, man. Good seeing you, big guy.
You too.
Perfect weather. Come on down to Royal Oak Gym. We got the best power lifters, the best bodybuilders around. Come on through.
All right, we'll see you inside, guys. Guys, I got a chance to catch up with Vijay. He's here with us now training. What's up, Vijay? And I got something for him. I wanted to check it out. The sticker's supposed to come off of this right here.
What's up, guys? Scott McNally here for Advices Radio, bringing to you the next edition of Advices Videos. This is Back Training with IFBB Pro Shelby Starnes. Bill, Shelby, Vijay, and myself get together every Wednesday to train back, and this is something that I've wanted to document for a while. We are less than 3 weeks out from the Chicago Pro right here. This is Shelby's second to last back workout. He's not doing anything super crazy now, but he's still pushing hard and keeping that intensity up like he always has. I believe the previous week was his last week of deadlifting, and now we are closing in tighter. So people ask, how do you go about training with 4 people in a group? With exercises where we're using a machine, a lot of times we will split up into 2 groups of 2, which you see here. Bill and myself have gone over to this machine to do our reverse grip pull grunt down, while Vijay and Shelby use another machine. But for this workout, we're mostly going to focus on Shelby. You saw Bill, you saw me. A little bit later, I've got a set of Vijay doing some wicked shrugs. But for now, we will move on, and like I said, we'll focus on Shelby for most of this. So what we're going to do next is a Smith machine dead stop barbell row. And so as you can see, we're starting out resting on the pins. Shelby, as Vijay has said, he's like a machine. He's like a piston the way he moves that weight up. And he's contracting that back, on every rep and controlling it on the way down. He's still using a decent amount of weight. We don't go crazy heavy with this stuff like you might see, some people doing. But believe me, this is very difficult, especially the form that he's using. If you'll look, his torso doesn't sway. He's not moving. He's contracting that lat as hard as he can. Rest periods are still pretty short. In fact, on this workout, they were even a little bit shorter than normal. And I think that watching Shelby here is a great lesson for anybody out there. When you're doing your barbell rows, if you can keep your body strict like this, you're going to be probably a lot less likely to hurt your lower back, and you're most likely going to focus more of the energy on the muscles that you are intending. Plus, the dead stop makes it a lot more difficult in my personal experience. Now, this is one of my personal favorite machines and exercises to use for barbell rows. After that, we are going to come over to this machine and do more of a mid-back rhomboid type exercise. And we are doing a muscle round. That's a term coined by Dr. Scott Stevenson. We all know and love Dr. Scott from Muscle Minds and, of course, FortitudeTraining.net. So head over there, check out Dr. Scott, check out his Fortitude Training ebook. It's like $20, so you can't not afford to pick it up. Now, we're not specifically following Fortitude Training with this workout, but we are using some of Scott's ideas and the ideas of Jordan Peters. What we're doing here with this muscle round is taking a weight that you can get about 15 reps with, and instead of just doing 15 consecutive reps, we are doing 4 reps followed by a 10-second pause, then 4 reps again. We're doing 6 mini sets of 4 reps. So we're getting 24 reps in one set versus what we may have only gotten, 12 or 15 if we were to do a straight set. So the idea here is that you can really push up the intensity and get a lot more out of what you're doing. These are really great, and I want you to understand too that with this exercise, this is the only set we are doing. So it takes a little while to get used to the mindset of putting everything you have into that one set. But once it clicks and once it makes sense, believe me, you can get so much out of it. It really harkens back to a lot of DC training, which at the time it didn't make enough sense to me. I was earlier on in my lifting career when DC training was popular, but it's clicked for me now, and I love the ideas that Dr. Scott uses and that Jordan Peters uses, and I've really I found good progress in my own training by incorporating these things into my lifting. Up next, we are going to a dumbbell row, and this is going to be a rest pause set. So Shelby's going to get as many as he can, and then he's going to pause, and then after that he is going to do as many reps as he can, then repeat the pause, and then after that he is going to go for a third round. So once again, this is a really good way of bringing up intensity, and something different here. He's using an underhanded grip, much like Dorian did with barbell rows. If you're still focusing on the dumbbell, you will notice that. And after he's finished, the rest of us kind of filter in and hit our sets. From there, we've been hitting rear delts toward the end of back day. And what we're doing here is a very wide grip barbell type row movement, but we're keeping the elbows flared very wide so that you can focus more on hitting those rear delts on this exercise. It was interesting. I definitely got a good pump. I always get a really good pump in my rear delts, but this was unique for us, and it was definitely an interesting addition to the workout. We did several sets on this, pyramiding up in weight as we went. You can see by the vascularity in Shelby's head that he's getting pretty lean at this point. He still had a really good energy though, and like I said, we still moved quick and he still was pushing hard through this entire workout. The guy, he really does amaze me watching him train. While we were doing that, Bill Tocco did this band pull apart for rear delts, and I think he was doing that just to kind of keep things moving. Check that out. That's Bill's skateboard. If you look over his head, you can see it mounted up there on the wall. Tocco Bill. Bill, as you guys probably know, is a professional skateboarder, won the 1989, I believe, World Championships. He's very humble about it, but if you get talking to him, he will tell you some stories. It's pretty cool. So after that, we are going to some shrugs. I've cut out the warm-ups here. We did a whole bunch of lighter warm-ups for the shrugs, and we are moving up to do one really brutal set. So at the end of the workout, we do back, and then we hit a little bit of rear delts lately, and then we come in here and we knock out some shrugs. Shelby's got something that he's going to do here pretty interesting, and from what I understand, this is a Jordan Peters technique, where he's going to do as many reps as he can. This is going to be another rest pause set, but when he's done, watch this, he's going to go to the ground, and then in order to start his set back up, he's going to have to deadlift it up. So I'm just going to shut up here, guys, and let you watch him go to work. really awesome. So, and last but not least, here's Dr. Vijay Puri. I promised you guys I was going to show a set with Vij still. We hadn't seen him yet. So here he is doing the same brutal set that Shelby was. I believe he's matching him pound for pound. I don't know how they're doing on reps. I'm not even keeping track of that. But you can see they're both giving 100%. And listen, I'm going to tell you guys, I've been wanting to document our back day for some time. This is a highlight of the week for me. I feel like I'll look back at stuff like this 20 years from now, and I'll think about how these were some really good days in my life. You know, training is really important to me, and I have so much fun doing it. I'm super grateful that I have good friends that I can share it with. And honestly, man, I'm a really lucky guy. I'm glad that I could share this stuff with you. So let's watch Vij knock the rest of this set out. And then after that, we're going to head over to a couple minutes of our post-workout debriefing. And so it's over. That is it. This was Back Day with Shelby Starnes, Bill Tocco, Vijay Puri, and myself. Thanks, guys, for watching. It's been a lot of fun. I'm glad I could share it.
All right, guys, this is Back Day with Shelby Starnes. We finished. Shelby's over here. He's eating some. What do you got there, Shelby? Almond butter? Almond butter. Is this the secret right here? How many weeks out are we? Or you, I should say.
3.5.
3.5 weeks out. Bill, how was the workout today?
Good.
How you feeling? How's your back?
Good. I just wanted to hurry up and finish so I could read Glamour.
Glamour magazine?
Don't get the logo. I'm sponsored by Feeless.
Hey, that skateboard in there that we saw earlier in the video here today, is that from back in the day, or is that a newer board?
That's actually newer. That's from like 2010.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a great board. I like it.
Yeah, it's a funny concept.
Vij, how was training for you?
It's good, I think.
Yeah? How's your hips doing?
Not good.
Not so good?
What are we gonna do?
Keep training, right?
Keep taking marijuana. That's what you gotta do. Take those CBDs.
Right on. What's in the shake there, Shelby?
1 scoop of strawberry, cold filtered whey isolate from True Nutrition, and 1 scoop of toasted coconut of the same from True Nutrition.
All right. You got a smile out of him. All right, guys, for Advices Radio, I'm Scott McNally, and this has been Back Day with IFBB Pro Shelby Starnes.